Something that I think pretty much every human being has troubles comprehending or really crafting is a good routine. And what we really struggle to build more than houses and more than apartments and more than buildings and skyscrapers are habits. Hi, hello, my name is Eden. How are you doing today? I'm doing great. It is really late at night. This is an impromptu video. Sorry for the angle switch up on you. My usual filming spot is over that way. Ignore the tripod in the background. I was going to record that over there, but that didn't work out. And I'm recording this on my iPad, which I cannot put on that little tripod over there, because I am currently working on uploading off of an editing app a different video that I'm working on, and my storage is being horrible on my phone, so I'm recording this one on my iPad instead. So today we are going to be talking about habit building. My video that I'm going to post before this one, that I'm currently uploading off of an editing app, also has to do with this, but has to do more with my experience and towards the end how to build habits. But this one I want to focus specifically on brilliant things I've heard other individuals say, things I have thought of, things that have worked for me, and just ways that we can be better at improving ourselves and improving our lives. Sorry, that was the chair, not me, I promise. Okay, so let's just get straight into it because I don't want to dilly-dally too much. I dilly-dally quite a lot, okay? This is a channel of rabbit trails, by the way, in case you didn't know. I do not like to edit, so do you know what I'm not gonna do? I'm not gonna edit. I edited my last one just because it was a very long, nearly an hour-long video, and cut it down to like 30 something minutes, which is an accomplishment in my opinion, but I'm not editing this. Sorry, not sorry. You're gonna have to put up with it. We'll find out how that goes, okay? First of all, first thing that you want to do when you are habit building. Also, actually, before we get into this, let me tell you, I'm somebody who struggles a lot with routine and a lot with habit building, and I always have for as long as I can remember. Haven't always been this way, but I can't really remember a time where I haven't been this way at the same time. I know it makes no sense, but basically, I definitely have something going on and cooking up in this brain that just prevents me from doing anything meanwhile. And these are just things that I think would work for somebody like me, somebody who struggles with possibly ADHD. I'm not self-diagnosing. I'm just pretty dang sure because I've done my research and I check nearly every box. I'm just waiting on my parents for a diagnosis. And I just think that these will be some helpful things for you. I got my notes. Let's get started. First of all, completely bulldoze your old routine. It was never working to begin with. What's the point in keeping it? If you never did anything with it, don't keep it. Bulldoze it and start to rebuild. And that's where all of these other habits, or not habits, but tools come into play. So tool number 2, other than bulldozing and rebuilding, tool number 2 is bite-sized, digestible tasks. You want to start with bite-sized, digestible tasks. What does that mean? Well, what that means is you do not want to start with, I'm going to go to the gym 5 days a week. Because you know what's going to happen? You're going to get really burnt out really fast because that is a habit that is not yet a part of your routine. It is completely foreign to your life, and you cannot expect yourself to adjust to something so foreign so fast, genuinely. So what you should do instead is, hey, I'm going to go 1 day a week for 15 minutes. There you go. And then as you get used to, here's the goal. This is a concept that I got from a video by Zoe Unlimited. I will have the video linked down below. It talks about how motivation is not the sole driver in habit building, but what we should strive for is making our habits default. And how we do that, I should have grabbed water before filming. It's okay. How we do that is by building, okay? So you start with something that seems really simple. You look at it and you're like, okay, that's it. What's the point of a habit if it's not hard? And I get it, but it might be hard. I don't know. So you start with something like going to the gym 1 day a week for only 15 minutes. until you're used to that and that's kind of just a part of what you do. And then now you go to the gym that same day for 30 minutes instead. And then once you get used to that, and that's kind of just yet again part of what you do, when that becomes your default, that is when you do it 2 days a week, and then 3, and then 4, and then 5 for 30 minutes each. Or if you want to build up time, do 15, 30, 45. Yeah. And just really do not force yourself to burn out, because you will. I think I like to call it the New Year's resolution mindset, where essentially you think you're on top of the world. You're like, I'm going to be so pumped. I'm going to be so motivated. You literally over predict how motivated you're going to be, how much energy you're going to have towards these things. And then you crash, burn, and die really fast, really, really, really fast. It's why gym memberships spike at the beginning of the year and very quickly fall off, because people think they're going to follow through when they rely on motivation. And like Zoe Unlimited said in her video, motivation is not something to be relied on. It's supposed to be a tool that can help you get things done, but the goal is not to use motivation. You should not rely on that. The goal is to make your habits default by making them really easy. And then once they're really, really, really easy and they're your default, that's when you build on. So that way things aren't just really hard right off the bat, so you can actually stick to it. That's one way to not crash, burn, and die when making a habit, okay? Another thing is this little concept from a different video I saw. I know, I get inspiration from a lot of other people. I will credit this lady as well. I forgot her first name, but her last name is Honeyman. In the description, you'll find both these videos. But I like to call it the tier routines. That's just what I call it. But basically what a tier routine is, according to Mrs. Honeyman, a tier routine is your best day routine, your medium or normal day routine, and your worst day routine. And it's basically a rejection of having one solid routine for all of eternity. And it's instead opting for, this is what I have to get done. This is the bare minimum that I can do today. And this is what I aspire to do. And it's like giving yourself options. So on your worst day, you only have the energy to do the bare minimum. Sometimes you have energy to do even less, like less energy. And you can't even do that. But on your bare minimum day, it has your bare minimum tasks: brush your teeth, wash your face, eat 3 meals, stuff like that. You just cannot get out of bed. It's all you have energy for. You're just going to do what you need to do to survive and to feed your family, feed your pets, and that's it. That's all you can do. That's it, because we all have our bad days, okay? And then your medium day is more like your average day, right? On your average day, you can do the bare minimum tasks and a little bit more. Like maybe I can clean up my room a little bit. Maybe I can go for a walk. Don't overload yourself, because then we have our best day. This is for a day where you are super duper energetic. You feel on top of the world. It's for that New Year's resolution high. You know what I mean? And this is where you do all that plus more, whatever you feel motivated to do, and you're like, I've been meaning to do this thing, let's get on it. I don't know. It's basically you have energy for a lot more than your typical deal, and you're doing all of your ideal tasks and habits, if that makes sense, on your best day. And this is such a good concept, because I think a lot of people will look at a straight routine and get very overwhelmed very fast, thinking, I can't do all of this today. I don't know how I'm supposed to maintain this. And when you give yourself multiple routines for multiple different types of days, you have a lot more variety. You have a lot more options, and options feel good. And you no longer have to worry about burning out as easily, because you know what you can handle on these days. You've observed it, and you've prepared for it. And that's pretty dang great, in my opinion. Yet again, if you want a more detailed better explanation of what that is, go to Miss or Mrs. I forgot her first name yet again, Honeyman's video. That's linked in the description right under the Zoe Unlimited video, plus a different one I found the other day by Zoe Unlimited that I think would be helpful as well. Anyway, number 4, utilize schedules and task lists, to-do lists. Y'all, I eat, sleep, breathe to-do lists. I was pumped when I found out we had a to-do list at work, because at my previous job I made my own just because I couldn't remember everything. I couldn't function. So I adore to-do lists and task lists and all the stuff. I actually have a couple examples for you. First of all, since I was talking about to-do lists, let me show you my to-do list. This is an old to-do list. This is definitely an ideal day kind of list. Your top of the world kind of day. But this is what it looks like. You're not going to be able to read it straight up. I'll give you a couple of examples, but it says read your Bible, eat breakfast, just get ready for the morning, and then take care of chickens, do the dishes. Then at night, you dim the lights for whatever reason. You clean the litter box, feed the cats, water plants on Sunday, do laundry on Thursday, clean bathroom Sunday, wash bedding Thursday. And then habits, I have a little habits section at the bottom that are like more optional. And it's read a book or do a craft, read the Bible, not really optional, but pray, drink water, stretch. Things that are either not as essential or things that can just be thrown in willy-nilly into my day. So it's important to have a printed out to-do list, or to just write one out for yourself every now and then, update it, and not just have one on your phone, so that way you can put your phone away and just focus on a to-do list. And it's really good to put it in order of first to last, so that way you can just go through the list, check something off, and just look down and you're like, what do I need to do next? Oh yeah, I need to feed the dogs. Sorry, my chair is rather loud. I dropped my schedule. But now, let's look at my schedule, okay? It has a hair on it. Ew. Anyway, this is my schedule. I know it looks kind of crazy, but this also accounts for events that I know are at regular times on specific days, and I have to attend, and this is for the school year, and it is currently summer. So not all of this is completely applicable to me. Like the green and blue thing, that's all homework. I don't have to do that. It's summer. But just having a schedule and an idea of what everything is going to look like, if your brain functions this way, it can be very, very helpful. This can be a little bit more daunting, so if you don't want to do this, you can rely on just a calendar to tell you when you have your necessary events. And if it really intimidates you to have dedicated times to specific things, you don't have to worry about scheduling everything perfectly. You don't even have to follow it perfectly, as long as you get it all done within a day. This doesn't even account for my work hours. I have separate files on Google Spreadsheet. That's the app I use. I'll have a template in, or like a reference that you can use to make your own on Google Spreadsheet in the description, because I want to help you, okay? This video is for you, girl, okay? But this can really help you if it doesn't terrify you. Okay. Now, let's move on. So, folders. This is a concept I just came up with on the fly when I was filming my videos. Well, actually, no, not on the fly. It's something this chair is really loud. I promise that's not me. But anyway, it's something I've been thinking about. I've kind of been wondering about making myself a folder or a journal, but I'm opting more for a folder because I think there's more flexibility in that, and being able to print things out full size and put it in there, hole punch it, all the stuff. But anyway, to have a folder that is all dedicated to your routine, to habit building, to your physical health, spiritual health, mental health, to have different tabs and different sections in it, so it's easy to find, easy to locate, and that it could just make things so much easier. So if you really if you're like me and sometimes an app doesn't cut it, and you need you need something physical in front of you that you can flip through to just really get a reference of what needs to happen, I guess, or, your goals and stuff. Having a folder might be very, very helpful. You can have pages you write on, pages you print out. You can literally use it however you want. So a not motivation, but productivity folder could be really good. Another thing that could be really good, very physical tool, if that's better than an app for you, are these things I like to call task bracelets. This is another thing I saw online. I did not keep the video that I saw this from, but this is also a concept that my mother used when I was younger, just in the form of a lanyard. But this is a task bracelet, okay? This is made up of two things I got from a dollar store. It is a whiteboard keychain, okay? Write on it with dry erase, and a little scrunchal-lunchal hair tie. And just put the little ring thingy on the hair tie, and basically you take a dry erase and you write whatever you want to get done. For instance, feed the cats. I'm just using animals because that's mainly what I have to do. And you put it on, and it's really annoying and stupid, and you have it on. You never take it off. You never take it off unless if maybe you're cleaning your hands, then you put it right on, and you keep it on until you are done with your task. And when you finish doing the task that is labeled on here, burden is gone. Everything's so much easier. This little arm cufflet is wanting to come off of my arm. But I feel like this can just be incredibly helpful, or you can use it in, like I said, lanyard form. I think that would be a lot less annoying, but it would still be inconvenient, which is the whole goal. You want it to be inconvenient, you want it to be mildly annoying so you can get rid of it faster, okay? You don't want it there, so do your task so it doesn't have to be there. I think that can be really helpful. I need to get back into doing that when I know I'm going to be home. Next, utilizing apps. Instead of making technology your enemy, sorry, my nose is itchy, make it work for you. That's what technology is supposed to do. It doesn't have to be your enemy. I recommend for habit building apps, either the app named Productivity or the app named Finch. Both of which if I remember, will put in my description. A little link to the Apple App Store, if that link will work. I don't know if it will, since it's YouTube description, but we'll find out. But anyway, Finch is my personal favorite because it has a built-in reward system and it's really cutesy. But if you want something that's a lot more simple, or something that just has a lot more variety in terms of you can make tasks to build and tasks to break and mark it whenever you fail and do a certain habit again. Did I say tasks to build? Habits, I mean. But if you're trying to quit smoking or something, this could be very helpful because you can mark on the app with the task with the habit whenever you do smoke, and then you have to, that restarts. It kind of does this countdown thing. And I think that has some good variety. The productivity app can be good for that. But I just prefer Finch because I think it's really cute and really helpful reward system wise. And something that I think can be really helpful as well. We're moving into number 8. Okay, number 8. Sorry, that was probably really loud. Number 8 is put yourself into a business work mindset. As much as it sounds horrible, sometimes when you are really in a rut, you just have to clock in, clock out. Pretend like you are your own employer. You're clocking in for the day, and you, aka your employer, is telling you these are your tasks you have to do today. You have until this time. Clock in, clock out. Okay. You just cram. You get as much as you can within a certain time frame, done as soon as possible, and clock out for the day. Maybe you don't have to have a certain time frame, but just try to do as much as possible. Clock out, or you can take a lunch break, aka take a break in between, and then clock back in, keep going until you're done and you can clock out for the day. Sometimes you just need to act like you're at work in order to really get yourself to do things, because I don't know. Or if you still live at home, you can have a parent kind of act as the boss and, kind of be like, okay, you have to do this, 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 and this today. Here's the time. You've clocked in. Let's get started. Cram. Here's where your break is. And somebody else to just hold you accountable. So that could be helpful. I would say use that in moderation, because I think doing that every day would be pretty detrimental mentally. But if you're just really in a rut, sometimes that might be good. Or maybe not even a business mindset, but just treating it like it's a game. Or maybe having a friend that you can compete with to finish tasks before could be really, really helpful, genuinely. And number 9. Yeah. Number 9, we have build your habits into your existing schedule. What I mean by this is a concept that the lovely, lovely woman from Hot and Unbothered introduced. I forgot the episode name, but this is a concept she introduced. And basically, I forgot it's gone. Basically, if you get home from work at a specific time, like you're going to work and you don't have time or energy in the morning to go to the gym. I know the gym is a popular example, but that's a popular habit that people try to build, so it's relevant, I guess. Something you can do is you can pack in your work bag your workout clothes and your workout supplies, I guess. Or just bring that bag with you. Sorry, excuse me, I burped. My bad. Or whenever you get home, you immediately change into your workout clothes, and it's kind of you make it into your default to, as soon as you get home from work or as soon as you get off work, to head to the gym. And although that sounds horrible, remember, you can start off slow. You will get used to it. It won't be crazy tiring after you get used to it. 15 minutes after a work day might be enough for you, but it's better than not going to the gym at all. If you build it into an already existing set schedule for you, and it's like, okay, after I get home from doing this thing, every single time I go to the gym, or I go to the park, or I go do this task, that's a really good way to get things done. And the more you do it, the more you get used to it, and you can start off small. Yet again, with 15 minutes at the gym and building after a long day of work. Okay? Just take care of yourself. Yeah. And then number 10. Task number 10. We have 2 more after this. Lock up your phone. Lock up your phone. This is another reason why it is so important to have a physical task list, to have a physical to-do list, so that way you're not relying on an app all the time, and you can go ahead and turn your phone off, put it in a really hard to open container, shove it in a drawer, give it to your parent, give it to your roommate for a little bit until you are like, okay, I'm done with my tasks, I can get my phone back. Or if you have one of those little mini safe thingamajiggies that some people might have, I don't know, you can shove your phone in there and only ever take it out when you're done with your tasks. Tell your friends, hey, hold on, I won't be able to text for a little bit, I have to lock the crap in. Lock up your phone. Your phone can be a massive distraction. Sometimes it is that dang phone. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's your brain coupled with that dang phone. So lock it up. Put it away. And then also, number 11. Along that same lime. That's my lime. I'm sorry. Along that same line, time limits. Listen, I know it sounds childish. What do you mean I need time limits? I'm a grown adult. I'm in control of my own phone. I don't have a parent doing that. Do I care? No. Time limits. You can utilize your time limits to limit your time, and if you have the discipline enough to not constantly type in the screen time passcode and bypass all of your time limits, it can be very, very helpful to have some. That way you have boundaries and it's like, oh, no more Instagram for today. Or if you have somebody else who can be responsible for your time limits, and at every time you ask for time can be like, what do you need to do? What do you have on your task list? It can be really helpful. I think the main reason people want to act like it's so childish is because they just don't want to lock the crap in, okay? And you can also utilize your time limits and accessibility features to essentially turn your phone into a dumb phone. So you can only open certain apps and do certain things on your phone, and it can be very limited until you are done doing whatever it is you need to do. And then you can type in the screen time passcode and turn it off dumb phone mode. Which I think could be pretty cool. If I had control over my own screen time and I knew the screen time password, I would definitely do the dumb phone thing. I have tried. I just literally can't. So I wouldn't be able to turn it off. My phone would be stuck like that. I don't want that. But anyway, number 12. Last thing. Watch something inspiring. Watch videos that inspire you. Watch content creators that inspire you. Try to stay away from things that make you feel like your brain is rotting. It's okay to watch funny videos, but sometimes you need to watch creators who inspire you. Like, I'm talking, if you're a Christian creators like the Isabella Cameron Show. Shout out to a local diva, okay? And I don't know, just other, like, Hot and Unbothered. Things that inspire you, right? Podcasts and YouTube videos that inspire you and motivate you. Just don't rely on motivation too heavily, but it is a good tool when used responsibly and not heavily relied on. And continuously try to find videos talking like this one, talking about habits and talking about how to effectively build a routine, how to effectively build a habit, things that actually do help, and try out new things. Like, use your internet time, like your time online for the better. And if you want, watch a video of somebody studying, silent vlog or whatever while you're doing a task, as long as it's not too distracting, or maybe watch it before you do a task so you can be like, see, this girl did it, I can do it too. Yet again, not everything you see on social media is real, but it's worth trying. Yeah, vlogs can be very inspirational. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, that is all that I have for today. Oh, number 13. I have a new one. Okay. Reward system. Tell yourself, like, if you really want to play like a video game, but you have a lot of tasks to do, or a specific task you need to do, tell yourself, okay, after I'm done with this task, that's when it's fully completed, that is when I can go play that video game, or when I can eat that snack, or when I can watch that TV show, or when I can do that hobby. But I have to get this done first, and then, yeah, that gives you a reward system. Number 14. Oh, I just thought of this one. I cannot believe I forgot this one. This one is like holy grail status. Holy moly. Very important. Listen up. Number 14. Listen. If you cannot, for the love of you, if you're having troubles with homework or a task, tell yourself you're just going to do it for 5 minutes. Okay, it's called the 5-minute rule. Sounds like the rule for eating things off the floor, but that's not what it is. 5-minute rule. I'm just going to do it for 5 minutes, or 3-minute rule. Like, I'm just going to do it for 3 minutes, and then after that, whatever. But by the time you do it for 5 minutes, when you tell yourself you're going to do it for 5 minutes and you set that timer, sometimes you get motivated already past that, and it tricks your mind into entering the task by telling yourself it won't be that long, which is the hardest part of it all. And then your momentum starts and you can keep going. It's really helpful. So just tell yourself you're going to do it for 5 minutes, and you might push past 5 minutes and finish it completely. Booyah. Okay? Holy grail status habit. That is all I have for today. I know I added 2 extra things. Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. But I really, really hope this video was helpful to you. If you end up trying any of these things, please let me know. Let me know how they work for you. Some of these things I want to try myself, like the tier routines and restarting my routine afresh. Just let me know how it goes. I hope you have a lovely day. Thank you so much for watching. If you want more videos like this, please like and subscribe. Thank you. Have a good one. Bye bye.